A lot of people think they need love to feel whole, but here's the truth. Most people don't need love. They need healing. Because if you're not healed, well, the love you attract will often reflect your unhealed traumas. And instead of feeling healed or feeling whole, you'll end up feeling broken all over again. So let's talk about it. Let's be real. Love is beautiful. Most people don't actually seek love for what it is, though. They seek love for what it does. They think love will fill their voids, fix their insecurities, or heal their wounds. And while love can be powerful, it can't do the work for you. Someone jumping from relationship to relationship, thinking that their partner will fix them, that doesn't work. People confuse an attachment with love because they're fear of being alone. I've been there before, where it's like, oh my God, I just think that I need to be in a situation where if this relationship doesn't work, or if this guy doesn't like me, or if this situation don't work, I know I could just jump into the next one, or I don't want to sleep in the bed alone. I'm tired of being in my bed alone. I'm tired of being in this big, nice bed by myself. I need somebody under me every night, or I need to go to the club because I need someone to cuddle with, or I don't know how to be by myself. And so what I end up doing is hopping on the apps or talking to people online or just doing a bunch of mindless things that end up not really working out in the end. I've been in situations where I've gotten to relationships not because they were the perfect thing for me, not because it was just a bunch of love there. It was because we trauma bonded. You were going through some things. I was going through some things. You were broke. I was broke. You were struggling, I was struggling, and we wanted company. But then as time passes and as things happen, you realize this is not what I want. You're not the type of person that I'm looking for. Or they realize I'm not the type of person that they're looking for. Or this relationship, we've grown now, we're different people. And actually, when we get into it, when we argue, I'm not really arguing with you. I'm arguing with my mama. I'm arguing with my dad. I'm arguing at my auntie. I'm mad at the past. I'm mad at the church. I'm mad at everything else but you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in situations where I felt like I'm arguing with someone and I'm like, wait, are you mad at me? Or did somebody have you up in the past? Am I arguing with your last ex? Or what did I do? Because I feel like you're taking out a lot of your issues on me. Or I even have to be the person where I'm like, I'm taking out issues on them, constantly being insecure, questioning and snooping through phones and being annoying, where the person's like, I'm here for you. I care about you. I love you, but I don't trust it. I don't believe it. You got to be lying, because my ex, all they did was cheat and lie and steal and hit and fight. You couldn't possibly love me. I don't believe that. You got to go. I'm going to run you away. I'm going to make sure that you're not with me. I'm going to sabotage this entire relationship just because I have not healed my traumas from my last ex, or I didn't feel loved enough from my parents, or I didn't feel valued enough from my father or my mother, or I felt like the church abandoned me. And so now here you are to show up, and maybe you are the person for me, but because I'm not healed, I'm not ready to see that you are the person for me, because now I'm fighting all my inner demons. And now that we are in proximity together, whenever I get upset because you're the closest thing to me, I start taking everything out on you. And then ultimately you start to realize, well, hold on, this is too much for me. I need to get out this situation because you need therapy. You need to heal. And I think that a lot of people think the answer is finding new love. If I could just find someone that really gets me and understands me, we can trauma bond, we can kiss and we can cuddle, we can cry all night, they can fix my problems, I can escape my reality. No, that person actually becomes a punching bag for when everything inside you festers up. When you get alone by yourself, or when you get into your, you get that inner saboteur kicking in, or you get that self-doubt, guess who takes the brunt of that? That new love, that new partner. Those insecurities reek like bad cologne. They stink. That nasty attitude that you have because you're still upset at your dad for neglecting you, or you feel like your last boyfriend or girlfriend didn't value you. That personality of attachment and narcissism and insecurity, it comes through the pores and it runs that person away. Or it might have the reverse effect. In manifestation and law of attraction, the things that you focus on are the things that you attract towards you. So if you focus on, well, I need to find a partner, I need to find a lover because my life was so bad, or my dad was a cheater and I don't want to be with a cheater, but but that's all I know, or my mom was an absent mother or absent father. Well, guess what? You're going to attract that same energy. You'll notice that you end up attracting a trash man to be a trash father to your kids. Or you might start being not the greatest mother to your children. The cycle never ends. Actually, until you heal, you start attracting more things that resemble your traumas, making your life that much harder than it already is. Here's the problem. When you seek love without healing, you don't find peace. You just find chaos. When you haven't healed, love doesn't heal you. It mirrors your pain. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. Trauma bonding, well, it happens when two people connect over shared pain instead of shared values or growth. It might feel intense, even passionate, but it's not love. It's survival mode. Example, relationships fueled by addiction and control or emotional abuse. A lot of that. Love that mirrors your wounds. If you're abandonment issues, you might attract someone who's inconsistent. If you have fear of rejection, you might attract someone who's unworthy. Why? Because unconsciously, you seek what's familiar, even if it hurts. Toxic cycles. Unhealed people, well, they love drama, control, and they love fighting. That's what that makes them feel like they have a connection. Very toxic. If you've ever been in a toxic situation, you know those are unhealed people, and that's how they deal. Let's take Blueface and Krishan. Toxic relationship. Well, look at Blueface's parents. Toxic. Look at Blueface's mom. Completely toxic mom. She's on the internet. Like, I would never want that to be my mother. You get what I'm saying? Embarrassing your kid, talking crazy. Then it's almost weird where it's almost like she's attracted to her son at the same time, but then she's like this wannabe famous mom. She was slightly clout chased off of her son, like thirsty for attention. She's like a video vixen that never really made it. Then you got Krishan's family. They're all warped up. Mom's on drugs, and it's just crazy over there. She's been touched in all kind of ways. So then you get them together. Neither one of them are healed. Blueface got issues up the yin yang. Krishan's mental is completely gone. They get together. You add a little money and fame to it. Now the toxicity, that brings them together. Trauma bonding, but now it's to a point where they're fighting, they're exploiting each other, and us, the people, we've now added to it because they've made money from it. But in all actuality, it's hurting both of them because Blueface is in jail now. Krishan's got stuff on her record. It's just a very nasty place. And now they have a child together, and no one really wants to claim the kid. Then some people are saying that the kid got, autism and all kind of defects. But I'm sure why? Because you've been in a toxic relationship. She's drinking and smoking, they fighting. A lot of energy goes into that. And then you bring a kid into the world, and the poor kid is in a toxic situation. Krishan's baby father, or alleged baby father, he just gets blown away last week. It's like all that energy around you is like it's like a magnetic field, all because you haven't healed. Krishan should have never been in a situation where she was with Blueface or this other guy, but Blueface shouldn't even been in a situation where he's in jail and he's also manipulating women like that. I feel like that all comes from unhealed traumas. And now they brought a baby into the world that's gonna have a bunch of freaking issues. Like, think about it. Think about any of those couples you see, or it might be yourself, who's always fighting, breaking up, and getting back together. That's not love. It's a reflection of unresolved pain. Now I'm gonna explain to you why healing comes before love. So if love isn't the answer, then what is? Well, it's healing, because when you heal, you change what you attract. Healing builds self-worth. When you heal, you stop seeking love to complete you because you already feel whole. You no longer look for someone to fill your voids. Healing brings clarity. When you're healed, you see love for what it is, not a bandage, but a partnership. You're able to set boundaries, recognize red flags, and choose love that grows you. Healing helps you break cycles. You stop repeating the same patterns because you've done the inner work. You attract love that feels safe and healthy and reciprocal. So let's talk about how we start healing. Now, I know healing isn't easy, but it's the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself and your future relationships. Face your pain. Healing starts with acknowledgement. What are your wounds? What have you been avoiding? What are your patterns? Repeating in relationships. You got to be honest with yourself. What do you keep doing? What is repeating in your relationships? Like, do you keep finding a man that cheats on you? Do you keep finding a man that is abusive? Do you keep finding someone that doesn't show affection? Do you keep finding someone that doesn't want to work? That's a deadbeat. That's broke. That's a bum. That's lazy. Why is that? Really dig deep down. Perhaps maybe you grew up and your father was that. Maybe that's what you've seen. Maybe you felt neglected as a kid. Maybe you had no examples and it just festers inside of you. Or maybe your confidence is so broke because of the things that you went through in your past life or in your childhood, and now you feel like that's all you can get. That's all you're worth. Maybe you don't feel beautiful. Maybe people haven't told you you're talented. You're great. You're cool. I love this about you. I love that about you. So maybe you feel like I got to get what I can get. Maybe you're in your 30s. Maybe you're in your 40s. Maybe you're even in your 50s and you feel like I'm too old. That's a big one. So I have to settle. I have to settle because I feel like I'm too old. So I have to settle for what I got now because no one's going to want me. So you rather sit in a situation or in a marriage or in a relationship hurting every single day, miserable every single day because you refuse to go through the hurt and the pain of healing and coming out on the other side of a renewed person because it's scary, because it's lonely. But what you don't know is you're killing yourself. You're hurting yourself each and every day that you stay in these situations and don't heal yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice. Every single day you stay in that marriage, every single day you stay in that relationship, every single day you pick up that phone when you know this ain't the right person for me, but deep down you haven't done the work. And guess what? That relationship ain't never gonna get better. 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 6 year, 10 year, 15 years gonna look up and go. You're gonna look up and it never change. You know why? Because you never healed. You never change. That is what you wanted. That is what you attracted. That's where you're at. And until you decide, I no longer want this, I'm gonna go in and do the work, that's where you'll be. Doing the work is so important. Therapy, self-reflection, journaling, whatever it takes to get to the root of your pain, you gotta learn to love yourself. When you love yourself, you stop chasing love that isn't worthy. And be patient. Healing takes time, but every step, every day, you're one step closer. Every single day. The love you're looking for isn't out there. It's within you. And when you heal, you attract the love that aligns with your highest self. So my challenge to you is to stop chasing love, start chasing healing. And when you heal, love won't just find you, it will grow with you. And that's so important because when you really start to heal, you start to glow. And people can see the glow inside of you and it just starts attracting everybody, everything. You become one of the most attractive people in the room because what did we learn? When you want nothing, everything wants you. So when you're focused in on yourself, there's something so sexy and so attractive on a man or a woman that is focused on their self, that's working out, that's eating good, that's chasing their journey. Not because they're crazy or trying to be different or trying to be this ultra spiritual person, but just honestly like, you know what? I'm at a point in my life where I'm gonna sit with myself. I'm gonna buckle that seat up. I'm gonna put the goggles on and we're gonna go deep and we just gonna go there. We're gonna go there. I'm scared. I'm scared as hell and I don't want to do it. And when you go there, you might cry. And when you go there, you might see some things that you didn't really like about yourself. And when you go there, you might feel alone. But I promise you, when you come out on the other side, or just even when you're in the process, you glow so much that people can't help to see it and you start to feel different. You start to radiate different. And it's honestly one of the most magical things that you've ever done in your life. But the problem is, so many of us are scared to get in the seat, put on the goggles, buckle the chair, and go through the tunnel because it's dark. It's real dark and it's cold. It's cold as hell. And things is jumping out at you. They jumping hard. They jumping. And ain't nobody there. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. I know it hurts. We all got that story. We all got to go through that tunnel. There's nobody there. That's the biggest fear. It's no guardrails. It's no edge for the swimming pool. You know, when you was young, you could just get on it. No. Then you know what else happens? The seatbelt breaks. Now you shaking. Then the goggles fall off. Then the chair breaks. Now you just out there on your feet. You just stuck. You got to sit in it. And it's going to rain. It's going to storm. Then it's going to get hot. It's going to get heated. You're going to get burnt. You're going to get frostbite. You might get broken all the way down. It's going to be pressure. But you know what they say? Pressure makes diamonds. So by the time you come out of that thing, you're going to come out, and I guarantee you're not going to be afraid. And actually, you're going to be like, all right, that was nothing. And the glow that you have on you is going to radiate so hard and so high that Everybody's going to want to be in your aura. And guess what? Because you went through that tunnel, you know what it gives? You are going to be very cautious about the people that you let in your aura. And then two, certain people, the field is going to be so magnetic. Certain people though, they just won't even be able to break the barrier because they're just not ready. And your energy won't even allow them to even be pulled in because they haven't done the work. I know this because I'm doing the work right now. I'm on that journey right now. I'm in the tunnel and I'm just getting started, but I'm on my way. I'm in the tunnel. We're in the tunnel of healing. We're going to call it the healing tunnel. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about that. How many of y'all went through the tunnel? How many of y'all in the tunnel? Put a tunnel in the comments below. And until next time, keep that same energy and heal. I'll see you soon. Peace out.